Batman movie. Attack, shooting, slaying, sacrifice, bombs. I tell you, it's been a wild ride with the news media in this thing we see unfold. I knew the conspiracy videos would not be far behind. Most people in the know that's been paying attention and learning about the gods of old and the old Babylonian schools and so on, I knew they would catch the imagery and the numbers and all the things concerning this stuff. You know that Boys Apartment was a big part of this push, of this programming, I'll call it, the network programmers. Think about that term for a second, network programmers. And they've been showing the Boys Apartment with great interest in a manner that really holds all of our attention, with the big boom truck going up to the window and the hazmat bomb guys dinner doing their thing, and all this talk of bombs and diabolical genius and all the things the boy went to college for. He's I can't think of his degree, but some of it had to do with biological stuff, and he's made to be this real life Joker. His hair was painted red, he was dressed in black and so forth. And then there was all this talk, and we're envisioning this super duper bomb with lights flashing and diabolical genius type things. And then they get in there, the kid is basically stuffed some type of grapefruit size shells with gunpowder that you buy from any gun reloading store in the country. Well, something happened after they found that I guess should be a great clue, and that is the authorities that be, who have so much technology on defusing bombs, making them safe so they can study them, elected to load the bombs up into a truck filled with sand, drive them to a desert, and do what with them? Blow them up. Now, you know, a bomb is a telling thing. For one thing, it has fingerprints on it, not only from the boy who supposedly made these bombs, but maybe the fingerprints of the guy who sold the things to the boy, which, when in investigation, would prove invaluable to figuring out the truth, to getting to an end, so finding out how this whole thing ever happened, every inch of it, every detail. That's how our CSI people in the government work. Again, the bombs were driven to a desert and they were exploded. Gunpowder. You know what happens to gunpowder when you soak it in water? Well, it is rendered useless. You know what happens to fingerprints when you soak them in water? They stay there. You can still get fingerprints. You can still get information. You know what happened to the little microscopic tags that are in almost all gunpowder sold today, so the government can use them in case a bomb goes off? Those little pellets are still there. You know? So I ask you, isn't it strange, isn't it funny, and isn't it reminiscent of when the airplanes hit the Department of Defense, how swiftly our powers that be swooped in and collected all the aluminum pieces of the 747 airplane and whisked it away, and then carried the dirt on site and added another 6 inches of soil, however deep it was, to the lawn of that building, as if to cover up all signs of information. So I think it's funny those guys did what they did, the inspectors. It kind of looks like a cover-up. I also find it funny that the young man has not been allowed to eke out not one syllable to the media. They say he's clammed up and he's not cooperating. Well, you know, funny thing about guys like that, when you put them in front of a camera, they usually talk, because they're after fame. So if they want the kid to say something, why don't they put him in a vest and walk him from one car building to the other and let a few CNN cameras around? That kid will talk. And I think they don't do that because they don't want us to hear what he might say. because we might hear something familiar. Something like, "I am a patsy." Don't mean he's innocent, but it don't mean he ain't a patsy. So as we watch this whole thing unfold, keep in mind, through all the numbers and the whole Batman thing versus Bat-God, as Chance Cameron's friend Queenie had pointed out in the video she put on the God Zone, I think it was a good piece of work, tying in these events to things of old. One is definitely mirroring the other. We're always trying to figure out which one is mimicking the other. And I present to you that maybe one is not mimicking the other, but maybe it's something more spiritual and deeper than that. So let's just keep watching, see what else these investigators do, and when this boy ever finally does talk, are we going to get to see his lips say it, or is it going to be a release and they're going to show it in print on the programmer's screen for us to read and hear a reporter say? It'll be interesting what comes out of his own lips versus what comes out of theirs, if they ever let the boy say anything. A lot of things don't fit in this. The boy's past compared to the boy's now. Could be the boy was programmed. I mean, a lot of things could have happened. But it looks like people that they are getting ready to make a push. I guess this does make the whole Olympics thing a little more probable that something ritualistic can happen at that thing. It seems like if the main thing these people are gaining out of this is programming our minds, filling us with fear, and getting us to think about things that we wasn't thinking about the day before. So I just had these few thoughts. I wanted to share them with you. Nothing really illuminating about my thoughts. I'm sure we're all thinking about a lot of the same things as we watch this stuff happen. But I guess the strongest thought I have on it is what time of day it is. Could it be possible that people would do such diabolical things just to pass laws or to invoke a feeling on the masses? Or can people in power be so cruel? Were they with Kennedy? Okay, folks, I'm going to end this video now. I just wanted to share a few thoughts with you, and everybody stay safe out there and keep your eye on our little crystal ball here, our little news programmer's looking glass, and let's see what happens next. Okay, gang, we'll talk at you later. So long, people of Earth.